Winter break of 2015 found me residing in a townhome just a brief 10-minute drive from my college campus. Let's set the stage here. I'm a female sharing this space with 4 other girls I befriended during my initial 2 years in the campus dorms. As fate would have it, they all headed home for the break, leaving me with the townhome to myself. At the onset of the previous semester, as we settled into our new abode, we encountered a fellow across the street, a lad seemingly of our age. While I assumed he was a student at our college, I never actually confirmed it with him. He simply appeared to be of that demographic. Yet, his demeanor often veered toward the discomfiting, exuding an awkwardness that bordered on unsettling. Frequently, he'd attempt to strike up conversations with us as we made our way to our vehicles. About a month into the semester, he approached me with palpable nervousness and requested my number. Now, I'm not one to readily furnish my number to solicitors, especially males, but sensing his effort, I relented, offering my Snapchat handle instead. He accepted this compromise, and we went about our separate ways. However, within days, I began to rue this decision. For starters, his Snap score stood at a dismal 0, indicating he likely created the account solely to add me. Despite my initial inclination to give him the benefit of the doubt, his subsequent messages proved to be egregiously creepy. From snapshots of my bedroom window at night under the guise of embarking on a late-night jog to inquiries about my whereabouts on campus, his communications crossed into uncomfortable territory. Fast forward to winter break, and his snaps persisted in this unnerving vein. What unsettled me most was his keen awareness of my solitary presence, evident in his repeated snapshots of my parked car in front of our townhome. One night, jolted from sleep by the familiar Snapchat notification sound, I found his message, a blank screen. Irritated, I admonished him in our chat for these untimely snaps. Yet, as I typed, the sound of buzzing neared, unsettlingly close. His Bitmoji materialized in the chat, and he began typing. "Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up," his message read. Puzzled by the synchronicity of the buzzing sounds, I queried his whereabouts. His Bitmoji hovered for a tense minute before he began typing again, only to abruptly cease and exit the chat. Anxiety mounting, I made a spur-of-the-moment decision to video call him. Instantly, a cacophony of buzzing emanated from beneath my bed. Startled, I bolted from my room toward the front door, eventually seeking refuge at the nearest gas station. Breathless, I recounted the ordeal to the on-duty cashier, who promptly summoned the authorities. As I awaited their arrival, my phone inundated with a barrage of frantic Snapchat messages, pleading at first, then escalating into menacing threats. Armed with this evidence, the responding officers scoured the premises, discovering him concealed in one of my roommate's closets. Handcuffed, he cast furtive glances in my direction as they escorted him away. That night, I alerted my roommates, and collectively, we opted to terminate our lease prematurely, relocating to a house 25 minutes distant within the month. As for the fate of the individual, I remained oblivious, electing to sever ties with Snapchat altogether. Now, onto another chilling encounter that unfolded while I was merely 14, a freshman in high school, engaging in innocuous Snapchat banter with my best friend Anna. My best friend Anna and I were Snapchatting back and forth one night while I was studying for a big test I had the next day. Our conversation was starting to get dry. She sent me a snap of herself in her room without a caption. I replied ranting about the test I had tomorrow, saying how unprepared I was for it, and asked her what she was doing. She sent me a picture from a different angle, this time showing homework in front of her with the caption, "Yeah, well, at least you don't have a group project due tomorrow that we've barely started on." I scrutinized the photo a little longer, trying to discern which class the homework was for. As I observed, something peculiar caught my eye in the background. There, in the corner of her room, stood a shadowy figure. With a sense of growing unease, I promptly messaged her, inquiring if anyone else was present with her. Her response relayed that she was home alone. Alarmed but cautious not to alarm her, I sent another message, feigning the need to concentrate on my studies. However, minutes ticked by with no response from Anna, a departure from her usual promptness. Anxiety gnawed at me, and regret flooded in for not capturing screenshots of the snaps to corroborate my suspicions. My attempts to reach her via call and additional messages proved futile, heightening my concern for her well-being. Driven by a sense of urgency, I resolved to check on her in person. Her residence lay a mere 3-minute bike ride away. Upon arrival, I noticed most of the house lights illuminated. Despite repeated attempts to contact her, Anna remained unresponsive. It was then that I noticed her bedroom window slightly ajar. Acting on impulse, I retrieved a screwdriver nearby and scaled onto the roof, positioned above her window. Peering into her room, I beheld the figure once more, now closer to her bed. Fueled by adrenaline and fear, I forcibly entered her room and grappled with the intruder. Despite his size advantage, I managed to fend him off, inflicting a wound to his left shoulder with the screwdriver before he fled through the window and onto the lawn below. Surveying the room, I found no sign of Anna. Upon her response from downstairs in the kitchen, I relayed the harrowing ordeal, and together we contacted the authorities. Traces of blood outside led the police a short distance before vanishing, suggesting the assailant had made his escape in a vehicle. Anna later revealed that she had laid her phone aside to prepare food after my announcement of studying, hence her delayed response. Now, onto the final bone-chilling tale, one that unfolded during a restless night when Snapchat became a conduit for terror. A few nights ago, plagued by boredom and struggling to find sleep, I turned to Snapchat to while away the time. Scrolling through various stories, I noticed a new addition. Someone had added me. Now, seasoned Snapchat users are all too familiar with the prevalence of bots on the platform. More often than not, these additions lead to attempts at scamming unsuspecting users. With a degree of skepticism, I accepted the friend request and checked the account's Snap score, confirming my suspicions. It was low, a telltale sign of a bot. As I awaited a message from the account, curiosity gripped me. What would happen if I were to video call it? Would it connect to a call center, display a blank screen, or perhaps even a pre-recorded video? Intrigued, I initiated the call. To my astonishment, the call was answered promptly. While my own visage appeared on the screen, the other end revealed only a thumb obscuring the camera, the slight reddish hue suggesting a live feed before the screen went ominously black. Tentatively, I uttered greetings, requests to reveal themselves, but my inquiries were met with silence. Suddenly, from the other end of the call, a blood-curdling scream pierced the silence, a desperate, agonized cry that sent shivers down my spine. It was no mere jump scare, it conveyed genuine distress. Alarmed, I swiftly terminated the call, only to receive a chilling response. A complete snapshot of my location on the Snap map, accompanied by my Bitmoji, from the same account. Instantly, regret gnawed at me for divulging my location, and a knot formed in my stomach. I retrieved a nearby baseball bat, positioning it within reach, and sought solace in a distraction, opting to immerse myself in a Netflix show. Yet, every passing car outside sent me to the window, straining to discern any ominous presence. Yet even as I turned away, the sound of tampering at my front door lock reached my ears. Within moments, the door creaked open, and unfamiliar footsteps echoed through the house. Alone in my residence, panic set in. Locking my bedroom door, I barricaded it with my desk, all the while maintaining contact with the authorities, who urged silence as they hastened to my aid. Outside my door, the intruder's presence loomed, their attempts to breach the lock sending my heart racing. Relief washed over me as distant sirens heralded the arrival of the police, prompting the trespassers' hasty retreat. Observing their flight from my window, I met the officers outside, sharing my account of events. Revisiting the Snapchat account, we discovered a video documenting the front door of my home, confirming its sinister ownership. The police posited the chilling theory of a kidnapping attempt, wherein the account holder preyed on unsuspecting individuals leveraging Snap Map locations. A terrifying realization dawned. This was a perilous new facet of social media, one that demanded vigilance and caution. With my faith in Snapchat shattered, I deactivated my Snap Map and promptly uninstalled the app. Yet the perpetrator remained elusive, their identity obscured in the digital ether. As I reflected on these harrowing experiences, one chilling truth remained. The dark underbelly of social media harbored dangers beyond comprehension, lurking just beneath the surface, waiting to ensnare the unwary. The night grew colder. The darkness outside seemed to seep into the room as the tales of terror unfolded. Each narrative, a chilling reminder of the vulnerabilities lurking behind the facade of social media, left a lingering unease in the air. Yet, amid the fear and uncertainty, a resolve emerged, an understanding that vigilance and caution were paramount in navigating the digital landscape. As the final tale concluded, a solemn silence descended, broken only by the faint hum of the night. Each listener grappled with the implications of the stories, their minds racing with questions and concerns. The room, once a sanctuary of warmth and camaraderie, now felt tinged with an unsettling tension. In the wake of the chilling accounts, a collective sense of apprehension lingered, a recognition that the digital realm, while offering connectivity and convenience, also harbored shadows of malevolence. Yet in confronting these dangers, there arose a newfound determination to prioritize safety and awareness in the online sphere. With a shared glance, the group acknowledged the gravity of the narratives and the importance of remaining vigilant. As they bid each other goodnight, a sense of solidarity permeated the room, a silent promise to navigate the digital landscape with caution and resilience. As they retreated to the safety of their respective homes, the echoes of the tales lingered, serving as a stark reminder of the perilous journey that lay ahead in the ever-evolving realm of social media. And though the night was fraught with uncertainty, they found solace in the knowledge that together they would face the darkness with steadfast resolve. The night wore on, the darkness outside enveloping the world in an eerie silence. Each individual carried the weight of the stories with them as they departed, a lingering unease clinging to their thoughts. Yet, amidst the shadowy tendrils of fear, there flickered a glimmer of resilience, a determination to navigate the digital landscape with caution and vigilance. As they dispersed into the night, each step carried with it a renewed sense of awareness. The once familiar streets now seemed fraught with unseen dangers, their minds racing with the possibilities of what lurked in the darkness. With every passing moment, the tales of terror echoed in their minds, serving as a stark reminder of the fragility of security in the digital age. Yet, amidst the uncertainty, there bloomed a quiet resolve, a commitment to remain vigilant, to protect themselves and those they cared about from the lurking shadows of the online world. As they disappeared into the night, the echoes of their footsteps fading into the distance, they carried with them the lessons learned from the chilling tales. And though the path ahead was fraught with peril, they journeyed forth with courage, determined to navigate the digital realm with caution and resilience, united in their shared commitment to safety and security.